The 5 emotional and physical wounds of depression. There are only 5. There are only 5. Okay. So when I hear people that my depression is different, please, it is not true. Your situation is different, not your depression. There are only 5 wounds that everybody else, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, are suffering from. 5. We're going to talk about right now. The first one is rejection. Anybody that you ever heard that has cancer? Rejection. Anybody with their problems with their sexual organs? Like cysts, prostate, erectile dysfunction, all kind of uterine problems? Rejection. This rejection is not only coming as an emotional wound, personal. It can come from your family line. It's very easy to come from your family line. If you have noticed, there are people out there who are very shy. They're like this, and they're skinny, and they don't want to take space, and you think they're shy and can make eye contact. Rejection. If you notice somebody from your company that, for example, they work there for 3 months, let's say her name is Joanne or something, and you work there for 3 months in accounting, and you're just like, somebody tells you like, well, they just left, and like, who? They just left. Who? Joanne. Who is Joanne? She worked in accounting for 3 months. Oh, I never even heard of her. Rejection. People who you don't remember their name, rejection. Automatically. But this is what fixes rejection. This is the difference between somebody that has cancer and never going to have cancer back because they fixed this wound, and somebody that has cancer and the cancer is coming back. That's the difference. This emotional wound is connected to health. Abandonment. Oh, you're not gonna like this one. Abandonment are people like me. I was abandoned. I am exactly the body type of a person abandoned. Okay. They have a lot of liver and gallbladder issues and a lot of anger issues. Most people in depression have anger issues, repressed anger issues. So most people in depression are going to have this wound of abandonment. And they're people loud. They interrupt others. I do that all the time. Why? If I'm in your face, you're not going to abandon me. As depression sits in the liver and it also hits the gallbladder, it also hits the entire intestinal system. All of it. It also hits the entire hormonal system. All of it. People that have all kind of hormone imbalance, all kind of insomnias, all kind of acne. All of these people, abandonment. And you have to understand that the liver is a gland and an organ in the same time. Okay? You can address the liver through diet, herbs, exercise, all of that, okay? But if it's clogged by this emotion of abandonment and anger, it can't function properly no matter what you do. Absolutely no matter what you do. Okay? So this emotional wound of depression needs to be eliminated so your liver will work properly and you won't end up with diseases. This is how it is. Humiliation. Do you know somebody that's overweight or diabetic? Yeah. Humiliation. People are super nice. If you have ever met people who have diabetes and are overweight, they're always super nice. They always want to accommodate others. They're people pleasers. When they're going to stop being people pleasers, they're not going to have this emotional wound, and they can even fix any overweight problems they have or even diabetes. They can do that. The emotion needs to be pulled out before the health can be addressed, or at least in the same time. Otherwise, every time we're going to try to lose weight, we're going to gain weight back. You know these people, right? It happens all the time. All the time. The fourth one is betrayal. Oh, this is easy. Who doesn't have relationship problems in depression, right? And has not been betrayed? That's easy. That has to do with the heart. And opening your heart is the first thing that you got to work on when you overcome depression. Because people say, oh, no, I'm fine, out of fear. You can't bring in new energy. You cannot bring in good things into your life. That includes money. That includes health. That includes opportunities. So betrayal is one of the ones. And a lot of times, if it matches, for example, with rejection, you're going to have breast cancer. If it's deep, it's very, very deep coming in, you're going to have heart attacks from it. And all kind of circulatory problems. Okay, so this is very connected to health too. Not only with being afraid of an ex-partner you're going to meet. And the last wound is injustice. Injustice. You see, all these people, perfectionists out there, it has to be done this way. They suffered from injustice. Okay. You see people with anxiety. They can't just open up their mind. They always have anxiety. Okay. The injustice is usually matched with a rejection for anxiety. Okay. You see people who have headaches all the time, who are stiff. Their body is stiff. It breaks in pieces sometimes, right? They have osteoporosis, all kind of stuff. Injustice. The wound of injustice. Okay. So this is a lot of time connected to autoimmune diseases. Okay. Because the entire body, feels that it's rejected and injusticed on. Okay, there is some kind of injustice there. And this wound has to be addressed because there are people who have strokes because of this, panic attacks, PTSD. Okay, it looks like unfixable, but it is fixable. Okay, it's a fixable wound. So this is why I wanted to tell you about these 5 wounds of depression. Everybody has a minimum of 3 of these when they're depressed. Minimum of 3. Okay. Otherwise, they cannot be depressed. If you find all 5, the person is suicidal. Okay. So if you find communities like the Native American Indians here that have all 5 of these, you're going to notice that their rate for suicide teenagers is about 50%. Because they suffer from all of it. Okay, so these are the wounds of the emotional wounds of depression, which are very linked to health. And we're going to try to address in this community also the health, because it's very, very important. Even if a magician change, they don't need the health problem, they got it. But more you are staying in this wounded position, right? In this trap of depression, more your body breaks down out of stress. Your body practically cannot take the stress of these wounds. Can't. And it just breaks down in pieces. So when we address depression, we really need to address the physical body, because it's hard to understand that, I have a rare disease. So do I, plenty. It's fixable. I have this from birth. Yes, it's also fixable. Well, I'm genetically something. Yes, this imprints on genetics. It does, okay. But you want to stay healthier? You're fixing these. It's very simple, okay. So I really hope this video helped you understand why we really need to get out of depression. Love you guys.